Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we'll be going over my sinking funds update, so let's get started. Alright you guys, as you know, this is an Erin Condren monthly planner, a 7x9, and I'm also using my budgeting sticker kit from Erica Life Vlogs, and I will have her shop linked down below. Also, I wanted to just let you guys know that the prop money I'll be using in this video, as well as the A6 binder, is also from Amazon, and that will be linked down below. So yeah, let's just jump right into this video. So today I am cash stuffing $260 for my sinking funds, and I just want to do a real quick flip back to March. So these are basically my sinking funds and the ending balances, which should match what I'm starting off with for the month of April. But some things are a little differently, or a little different for this month, since you know, if you've seen my last few videos, then you are all caught up that I'm budgeting a little differently just because of the changes that I've recently made. So if you haven't caught my updates in my last 3 videos, feel free to check those out and then come back to this one. All right, so basically how I want to do this video is I'm just going to show you guys my envelopes and then write down each fund and the starting balance, and then we'll just go ahead and stuff the amounts that I'm adding in. This page right here is the transaction log, so obviously I'll just use this page to keep track of all of my expenses because I will no longer be showing it in the expense log. I think I will still show it. No, you know what? I didn't. I decided not to show it on the calendar view either. So I'm just pulling my sinking funds completely out of this calendar view and out of the expense log, and I'm just going to only keep track of it here. So that's one of the recent changes. So we're going to go ahead and go over each of my categories. So my first sinking fund we see here is self-care, and typically I like to use that for toiletries, beauty products, hair, makeup, anything that I want to buy to just take care of myself or to groom myself. And currently this envelope is starting off with $2. All right, so it's starting off with $2, and for this month I will be stuffing the usual amount of $60. Next is pets. Actually, I'll leave this open for the stuffing portion. Next is pets, and I have 2 cats, Zeus and Ginger, and sometimes they do a little cameo on the videos, but not today. I'm starting off with $2, and this is for cat food and cat litter. What I've recently been doing with the pets fund is anything that's left over from the previous month, I will roll this over into another sinking fund that's for my pets. So I'm actually going to put these $2 to the side, and I'm going to mark that as a transaction. So I'm going to mark it as starting off with $2, and then I'll mark the swipe as a transaction. All right, so for this month they are getting their usual $50. Again, that's to buy pet food and pet litter. And one thing I wanted to mention too about Zeus, so a few days right before we moved, he actually ran away. He, like, while we was loading up the moving truck, he just slipped out the door real quick, real fast. Normally he will like run outside, maybe go down the porch steps, but then like get scared by something and turn around and run back in the house. But this time he booked, like he just kept going and going and going, and we could not find him. He was gone for 3 days. I was devastated. My Zeus is gone. What I'm gonna do? Like, I blamed myself, of course, because why didn't we have him locked up? I mean, we didn't have the doors wide open or anything. We were closing them behind us, but we should have just like put them in a room just so they couldn't get out. So he got out. And we locked up the other cat after that happened, and we did go looking for Zeus, and of course we couldn't find him. It was dark, it was late at night, couldn't find him. I even called the leasing office to my new apartment to tell them, like, I'm only going to come with one cat now, because you know we have to pay a fee and deposit to have pets along with monthly pet rent. So I let them know that I'm only going to have one cat now. And you know, then magically, literally right before we pulled off, because we packed up the house, we cleaned up the house, we left our keys, locked the doors, and we're like literally just putting some stuff out for trash, and then the next move is to get in the trucks and literally drive off. Right before we get in the truck to drive off, he reappears magically, like out of nowhere. We didn't see him walk up, we didn't hear him, nothing. Then my boyfriend hears him, or I don't know if he heard him first or he seen him first, but he was sitting on my neighbor's front porch just magically before we drove off, because I was convinced he wasn't coming back. I was like, oh, he's gone. Like, how is he going to find his way home? My leasing office, my boyfriend, my grandmother, they all told me that, you know, he'll come back. I believed that he might come back, but I was convinced that he did. How would he know? Because he never, you know, been outside before, and definitely not for 3 days. So I was like, how is he gonna know his way back? Because he never left before. But he did. He knew his way back. He went to the neighbors, and he just came right before and said, oh, you're not leaving me. I just wanted to take a little trip before we left, since I knew we were leaving. I don't know what he thought, but he literally came back before we drove off. So I ran and captured him as quick as I could, threw him in the car, was like, where have you been? And then we left to come to Texas. But yeah, Zeus ran away for 3 days, that damn cat. So after we, you know, arrived to our new apartment, and I told the leasing office again, like, oh, guess what? He came back. So that big discount, not really discount, but that all that money you gave me back as a refund, here it is again, because now I have 2 cats. So that was like, I guess, an adventure for him, but it was like devastation for me, because I was like, you know, your cats are like your fur babies, they feel like family. So I was actually sad, like, that he was gone, but he came back. So okay, just wanted to add that little side story. As you guys may notice, I did switch around my envelopes, and I did decide to put all of my sinking funds in one binder, because I did have them in a mixture between my blue binder and my clear binder. But now my clear binder has just my cash envelopes, and then my blue binder will now just hold my sinking funds. And I did switch the order around a little bit. So next is home projects, and home projects is for things for the house or now apartment. So if I want to buy new decor, furniture, cleaning products, like, you know, like big stuff, like I previously used this fund to buy a vacuum. I'm interested in getting a Dyson now. What do you guys think about Dyson, for any Dyson owners? I would like a Dyson, because we do have hardwood. Well, we had hardwood floors before, but we have them again for this apartment. And then the bedrooms have the carpet. So I really want to get a Dyson, because I hear great things about the Dysons and they look cool. I like that they're cordless, and you know, it looks like it gets the job done. So let me know if any of you have a Dyson and what you think of it, if you would recommend, and which type to get, because I hear there's different versions of it as well. So I use home projects for those types of things. Yeah, so just basically whatever I need for the home. And for this month, I am adding in $30. Okay, but right now it's starting off with 0. And then next is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is a catch-all envelope, so it's for any and everything, just, you know, whatever I would like to use it for. It has no designated thing. It's for any and everything. So this has $5, $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15 to start. Okay, and then I will be adding in $10. So it's starting with 15, I'm adding in 10. And then after miscellaneous will be my water bill. So this fund started before I decided to move from my house. So now I'm thinking I should just save this for when I have to pay my water bill for my new apartment, and then just subtract my water bill for my house from like my regular savings. I'm thinking about doing it like that versus the other way around. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's just the money's all in like one place essentially, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But yeah, so water bill currently has $100, $200, $300, and that's just because I didn't make a payment yet. So it's starting with $300, and then for this month I'm adding in $100. All right, and then the next envelope is car insurance. And this is to pay my 6-month premium. And I pretty much fully funded this one, I think back in February, if I'm not mistaken, or it might have been March. But I pay this every 6 months, and it ranges between $600 and $700. So this should be $700. So $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $700. And this bill is due coming up in June. So hopefully my insurance bill is less than $700 so that I don't have to fork out more money. And also with my insurance, I do need to decide before the due date if I want to keep my current car or not. I had my current vehicle since 2015. It's a 2014 Dodge Avenger. And I've been wanting a new car for quite a while now, and I just felt like it was never the right time to get a new car, mainly because I was still paying off my debt, my student loans, and I didn't want to get back into more debt in order to buy the car. But now I'm considering, with the recent changes I've been making, if now is the time for a new car, and I want to kind of decide whether I'm going to do it before my car insurance due date, in case you know, it would make more sense to do it before so I can change that around, or just do it after, because you know, if needed I could get a refund, but because it's a new car, they might charge me more, who knows. So I just need to figure out when I want to get the new car, but I feel like this year is for sure the year to get the new car. And there should probably be more updates on that. Might do even a little vlog about buying the new car or picking one out. Let me know if you guys will be interested in that. So for car insurance, since it's fully funded for this go around for June, I'm going to not add anything. And then in June, I'll resume saving for my next due date, which will be December if I don't make any changes. So my next sinking fund is car maintenance, and this is just to maintain my vehicle. Like if I wanted to go to the car wash, get an oil change, make any car repairs, things of that nature. So that's what this is for. And I have a 1K slip plus $10 in there. So currently we are looking good. So I won't be adding anything this go around either. So I'm at $1,010. So won't need to add anything. Next is subscriptions, and this is for my annual subscription with Microsoft Suites on my laptop. So right now I have $20 and $25. I just paid this annual subscription back in February, so I'm currently saving for next year's February. So that is subscriptions. And it's starting off with $25, and this go around I'm going to add in $10. All right, so next is my vets and grooming. This is for my pets, so vet and grooming. So if I need to take them to any vet appointments, buy any grooming tools, things of that nature, that's what I will buy for this. With this money. And even some pet toys, I'll use this money to buy stuff from like Amazon or wherever. So currently they have 20, 21, 22, 23. And this is the envelope where I wanted to add those $2 that I had set aside. So this will now have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I'm going to mark that as a transaction that I swapped out the $2. So I'm just going to mark 23 on here. Actually, you know, I could just wipe this out and just put 0 there and $25 there, because why not? I don't have to mark the transaction. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. Just save myself an extra step. All right, so I'm just gonna mark this as 0 and mark this as 25, because why not? And then for that envelope, I will be adding, actually I'm not adding anything. And if you heard that, that is Zeus, he is now with us. So I'm not adding anything in this category. All the envelopes that I didn't add anything, I'm just gonna add money as needed, basically. Just so I'm not overstuffing just because I'm not currently earning an income. So I just want to just use or have available what I actually need versus like just stuffing it to stuff it. And then obviously if I need to use more than what I have, I will use the money that's in my savings that's not allocated and just, you know, record it off in my budget as normal, like as an unbudgeted expense. All right, so last but not least, this is supposed to be for car registration. I still need to do that, especially now that March is over, because that's when my expiration date was the end of March. But a lot has been happening in these last 2 to 3 weeks. When I moved across the country, which was the main big deal, I was getting acclimated to being here in Texas, and I definitely took a week to recover from moving. Those 30 hours in that truck was like excruciating, and I do not recommend it whatsoever. Then we did have to fly back to the East Coast because we did have a death in our family to go to the memorial service. So I had to do some additional traveling unexpectedly for that. And then we came back home, and now I'm just getting back into the swing of things. Being here, my sleep schedule is all over the place. Obviously, since I don't have to get up and go to work at this time, I've been kind of just like sleeping whenever, waking up whenever, and just taking a day pretty easy. Running little errands here and there, but not really like putting too much pressure on myself. But with that being said, I did be a little lax with the car registration. So I need to get that taken care of because, you know, I believe since I moved out, I have an extra 30 days to get that situated. And I have about 90 days to change my license over. So yeah, I just need to get on that because we're a week into the month. So I have about 3 more weeks to get this taken care of, just so I don't have any issues if we ever get pulled over, but knock on some wood that we don't. So this is starting with, and this is an annual subscription as well. At least it was in New Jersey. I'm not sure how it is down here, so I'll find that out soon. So I have 50, 70, 75. So my bill before was less than 75. I did do some research for Texas, and it's looking like, because it's my first time as being a new resident, I will be paying a little bit more than the 75. So I probably should stuff this envelope, but I didn't plan on doing so. So I'm going to just mark it as not being stuffed. And then whatever I end up spending, I'll just mark it as an unbudgeted for the extra amount if there I'm sure there will be some, because I came across something that said 125, because I had to do a car inspection and then get the registration, and then I gotta pay for a new license. So I'll probably just deduct those as a unbudgeted expense. All right, so that is it for my sinking fund. So now we can go ahead and get the stuffing. All right, so this is supposed to be $260, so let's just make sure. So 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 245, 250, 255, 256, 57, 58, 59, and 260. So this is $260 that I will be stuffing today in my sinking funds. So let me just go ahead and lay that down. So how was March for everyone? As you guys know, for me, there was a lot of changes. And how is April treating you so far? Are you guys excited that we are now in the spring? I will hate to brag, but you know, down here in Texas, it's year-long spring and summertime, and I'm absolutely in love with the weather. So I have no complaints so far. All right, so for self-care, I'm adding in $60. So I'm just gonna take 3 20s for that. So this is 20, 40, 60, and I'll add it in here with these $2. So now I have $62. All right, and then for pets, I am adding in $50. So I'm gonna take 20, 40, and 50. So 20, 40, 50. And I've decided that I'm just gonna go ahead and mark the change in my budget, but just count the money in my envelopes to the whole dollar, just so I'm not, because I don't have like prop change. So I'm just going to count the envelopes up to the whole dollar, and then I'll just keep track of the change in my budget. Home Projects is getting $30. So I'm going to do two 10s and 2 5s. So that is 10, 20, 25, and 30. All right, Miscellaneous is getting $10. All right, so this is 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this is at a pretty good amount, so I don't need to stuff this much more unless I use it, because there's no need for it to be any bigger than that. For water bill, I am adding in $100. And like I mentioned, I'll let you guys know whether or not I decide to use this money to pay my water bill for my apartment or my water bill for my house. So this is $100, $200, $300, $400. And we'll see how this works out with everything being in my bank account, because if I don't like it, I will just open up an account with a different bank here in Texas, since my main bank isn't down here, and then just switch back to using cash as I used to. But right now we're just gonna see how it works with just using everything in my bank account and just using this prop money to represent what's in my account for each of these categories. For car insurance, oh, we're not adding anything, so this is still $700. Car maintenance, we're not adding anything, so this is $1,010. Subscriptions, we'll be getting $5. So that should be what's remaining here. So this is now 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and $35. All right, so vet and grooming isn't getting anything, and car registration is not getting anything. So that is everything for today's video. All right, so I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye.